Okay, and we are back. We are back. We've taken a couple of losses today, guys. And we're getting close to the max DD. So we've got to be very careful what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get too much happening before JOLTS, but we're going to see probably the reasons why this trade from earlier today didn't actually work out. So looking back on everything, this here is a really good strategy, something that I have used, for many years. And on a different account, I actually got this. So this part, I actually got a really nice trade like that. That was a really clean trade, but I got caught out twice because I thought I was trading this, but it wasn't actually the case. So we're going to go through in this session this specific strategy and how to maybe prevent, for me as well, how to prevent a loss like that again, because it's a little bit of a shame to lose them on silly little trades. So the idea with this particular strategy, what we want to do is we want to wait for a break, a retest, and a continuation, but only once the EMAs are fully broken. So what we're going to do, I'm going to clean this screen. And we're going to do a little bit of testing. So I'm just going to pick a time. I'm going to go on to the 4 hour. We're going to go on to a 5 minute, and we're going to see if we can, get into some of those trades. Okay, we're just going to do some back testing because at the moment, nothing's really too happening with JOLTS. JOLTS is coming out later, and that's it. Hold on a second. Okay, so whoever's coming in here at the moment, we're doing a bit of a back testing session. So we've had a break up, we've had a push down. Now, ideally, you see the 50, ideally we'd be looking for a continuation down because we're on a downtrend. We've broken all the EMAs. The continuation would be down. Now, the only thing with this trade is that the session's already happened. So you can see all of this. We've had a break up above the EMAs and then a continue to that 200. So we're going to keep going and see if we can catch any other trades. Now, because this is under all the EMAs, maybe we want to take a break, retest, continuation trade, something like that. So since we're not going to be perfect, we're going to do something like that. And let's see if this is... Now, the reason why we're taking that, it's come back down into a supply area. We're trending downwards, and now we're underneath all of the EMAs. Let's see if it gets it. This is a new day. This would be an Asian session. Right, let's do... Okay, so there you go. You've got pushing back up, and you've had that set up right there. Okay, so even though we're in this setup, you've had that setup, what we just talked about, a break above the EMAs and then a push off. This could have trapped you out as well, so you just got to keep that in mind. Let's see if it still happens. It looks like it's going to break. Looks like it's going to break up. There you go. Okay, so that's one loss on that particular strategy. We're going to keep going just until we get closer into New York Open, because there's literally nothing going on right now. That looks like a nice continuation. Wow. Wow, there you go. So let's go on to a 5 minute. Now we're going to wait for an extension of this level. Once we get the extension, then we're going to try and get into the retracement onto that 200 EMA. Okay. Okay, have we got it? Okay, now we're going to look for that retracement into that 200 EMA. This is a little bit late in the session. We're going to wait for it to come back on to that level. There you go. Let's say we're going to buy. I'm going to wait for it to come up to that 200 EMA. And that would be the trade. Stop loss would be under the low. The take profits at the 200. Now that looks like it's going to fail. There you go. Okay, so we're 1 for 1 at the moment. Now that's a continuation trade. Normally with something like this, you're just going to go like that. And that would be that continuation. Let's have a look where the 50 is. I would say that's a really nice one as well. So you have that break, the retest, and the continuation. So that would be a buy in my opinion. We put the take profit up to the EMA because that is going to be our base. So if we break the EMAs, normally you would go to the next level EMA. Okay. So stop loss beneath the low. Let's see what happens with this. A little bit of consolidation. It's still holding. It's breaking below. We should have taken out there. The idea would be for it to hit that 200 EMA. So we would have got out there, but unfortunately that was a little bit high. That already would have been a that would have been a 2, so we're going to put that back there because that should have been the hit. Okay, so that would be 2. Let's see what else we've got. Again, anyway, you get the idea. So those continuation trades, all we're looking for is a retracement. Maybe we'll get one right here because at the moment we're pushing down. So let's say we're going to break this low once the EMAs base out, but this is the last one we're going to do. That looks already quite good. We've probably missed that. It's going to go to the 200 EMA. There you go. So we've missed that one. Okay, enough of the back testing. Let's actually see what we've got with the trades. GU pushing up. Come back to the 200 EMA. EU struggling a little bit here. Let me put some. What are we going to look at? Looks like we're going to get that continuation on USD yen. Very nice. Let's see what Sky's doing. Wow. Some horrible consolidation on USD. Hello? And the microphone's gone. Hello? 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 Hello?